Well, so much for that Infinite Warfare update, guys. Welcome back to BlackTideTV, and after waiting multiple hours this morning for reset, it would appear that no Infinite Warfare update nor Modern Warfare Remastered update is heading our way this week. The contracts were reset, and there was no update file. The new contract rewards are 10,000 Mission Team XP for Orion Initiative, and a rare or better handgun, if I'm not mistaken. So really not the greatest rewards, and I brought this up the very first time that we saw rewards for mission team contracts in the game. There will likely never be great rewards for the mission team contracts from this point forward. The very first week we had an epic weapon absolutely free, which was great. And then ever since, we've just been getting like these really crappy rewards, mission team XP, small amounts of crates, like 3 rare crates, which isn't really that big of a deal. We've been given rare or better variants. The contracts are really lacking in this game, but that's not what we're talking about in today's video. In today's video, because, well, we didn't have an update, so I can't talk about the Volk Vintage, which is apparently going to be this ballistic version of the Volk, basically like an AK-47 in Infinite Warfare. I was really hyped to talk about this if it was in the game. I was hyped to do a supply drop opening, but instead, we've got the Trencher is OP for you. So the Trencher, as you can see in the gameplay, is a new-ish DLC weapon. I can't really pinpoint the day that was added into the game. Probably a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago. It's been quite some time that this gun has been in the game, and this is probably one of the better weapons that they've added to the game so far. It's actually very viable, very good damage profile, very good damage over range profile, and you would actually be very surprised to be using this thing and actually noticing how good it is. Now, one thing I'd like to point out before we actually get into statistics and its actual damage over range profile and all that is the weapon itself. Is this not just really marketing itself as a Call of Duty World War II weapon? The Trencher is something that you would never expect to see in an advanced game. This is Infinite Warfare. This is futuristic energy weapons, laser rifles, boosting around the map, and then you've got this World War II era weapon. Now, some people have been telling me that it's based on certain weapons that actually exist in real life. It looks something like the Sten to me, something like it's like a Sten PPSH kind of combination from the way that the actual weapon looks. And honestly, it does. If I can put it in any era, in any situation, I would say this is a World War II weapon, and it does not belong in this game. So why did they add a World War II stylized weapon into Infinite Warfare, if not to promote Call of Duty World War II? And that's just kind of strange marketing that they're doing that. And on top of that, making this weapon very powerful, making you really want to go out and get this weapon. Now, of course, this is a DLC weapon in Infinite Warfare, and you don't have to worry about buying this weapon or finding it in supply drops. We're giving it for free, which is great. That's awesome. I like how Infinite Warfare is doing that, but again, I'm not the biggest fan of the DLC weapons, and I would like to see more variants added to the game at some point so I can actually, you know, open up all of my spare change, all of my different inventory. Like in my inventory in the supply drop system, I've got like 16 different hacks, and then I've got like 100 and some rare supply drops, so I'm just waiting for them to add in variants. Man, I could go on about this for days and days and days, and I don't think they're ever going to add in another substantial amount of variants. But this Trencher you can get for absolutely free. If you have the Season Pass, you can use it right away. I believe if you do not have the Season Pass, there is a challenge for this one. Some of the DLC weapons that they add in, there's a challenge, some of them they don't. If it is a challenge, it's not the most difficult challenge in the world. Generally, the challenges for these DLC weapons have been like, put on an accessory and get so many kills, or get this many kills with this many weapons in this game, or something like that. Very straightforward to unlock these things, and I would advise you go ahead and unlock the Trencher because, as I said, very good damage over range profile. In fact, the best damage range of any SMG in the game, up close. So up close, you are doing 35 damage, and that is the highest of any of the SMGs, even higher than the HVR, which only has 34 damage up close. And the HVR has somewhere around 200 range in units. I'm not going to give you explicit ranges, but 200 units of range on that 34 shot, or that 34 damage first shot. So that's a three shot kill, right? This one has a 500 unit damage range for its 3-shot kill. So this is going to be getting a 3-shot kill twice as long of distance as the HVR. And this is going to drop off to a 4-shot kill and a 5-shot kill, even a 6-shot kill. But that 6-shot kill is at such a distance that you're probably never going to see it. So essentially, what you're looking at with the Trencher is a 3 to 5-shot kill in most situations. At longer ranges, it's not as competitive, but really up close is where you want to use this thing. It fires pretty slow. It's the slowest firing SMG in the game. But even at that, as long as you are accurate and you are in close range, this is probably going to drop you faster than any other SMG and even faster than some assault rifles in the game. This is more competitive than the NV4 at close ranges. This is more competitive than the K-Bar at close ranges. I shit you not. It's very accurate. It fires a little slow for my tastes, but as long as you're using that accuracy to your advantage, you are dropping people in 3 to 4 shots on average. And because this one has such a great 3-shot kill range for SMGs, making it one of the better SMGs to run a suppressor on. Now, I wouldn't advise you run a suppressor on, as it does nerf that range quite a bit, but if you're a suppressed SMG guy, this is probably going to be the one for you. It's one of the best suppressed SMGs in the game. Now, overall, is it OP? Yeah. It's overpowered. It's not incredibly overpowered, as like I said, at longer ranges you will be outperformed by some other weapons in the game, but this one could use a little bit of a nerf, maybe more recoil. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That's going to conclude today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Twitter. I'll catch you guys on the next one.